All right. Hello, Madison. Hi, Magnuson family. Today we are making Fiesta chicken casserole. And the majority of the ingredients that we have in front of you are easily procured from the weekly pantry. You'll see that I took some liberties with the recipe that most of you should have received by now. Instead of salsa, I decided to use Rotel. Salsa could be $4 or $5 for a jar. This can of Rotel is 98 cents. There are many flavors, so you can up the heat. You could make it mild, just like your standard salsa. So instead of that, I have the can of Rotel. Also, if you do not have the Rotel, we see these every week. These are our crushed or diced tomatoes. Feel free to use these instead of the salsa. This is something that I've received through the pantry. This will up the heat quotient if you're like me. I like things pretty spicy, or you can leave it mild. Also, for the protein source, these are packs of chicken that I received from the pantry, yet feel free to use a can of salmon if shredded chicken is not your thing. This is a very, very versatile recipe. So let's get started. I used the spiral noodles. I used 2 cups of dried spiral noodles. I cooked these until al dente. That really means a very firm noodle, so do not leave it in the water. Make sure you bring the water to boil, then add your noodle. 6 minutes for rotini, and that's fine. Drain it immediately, and this will do great for the recipe. So I'm going to first take the corn. The recipe said canned corn, which is fine. You would just drain it. The tomatoes. And for seasoning, it's asking for either onion powder and garlic powder. Since we're always having an abundance of onions and garlic here at the pantry, I chose to chop up some onion and garlic, saute it for about 3 or 4 minutes in a little bit of olive oil, and we'll have an even better herb base, of course. Woo! Okay, so we're going to add our seasoning of cumin. I had some chipotle pepper. So basically we're putting in a chili base of seasonings. I have some Mexican oregano. Black pepper. Black beans. Oh, I like paprika. As you can tell, I do like things zesty. Because we're not using salsa, I will sub out flavor with spices instead. Our protein, which in this case is chicken, a shredded chicken product that was at the pantry. I'm mixing everything thoroughly without the pasta. Going to add a cup of sour cream. 1 cup of cheese. And I like to shred mine from a block. Pre-shredded cheese has wax on it, so it doesn't thoroughly integrate into your foods as well. So if possible, shred it from a block, and also the flavor on block cheese is stronger and more intense, because shredding, you kind of lose the flavor if you buy pre-shredded. That's a little hint. I'm now going to fold in the pasta. I'm going to add red and green bell pepper. I'm even going to throw in some more of those peas from last week, just because I think it's pretty. You can control the sodium in this product. Processed foods are high in salt, and this chicken product, I'm assuming, has a lot of salt as a preservative. So I'm not adding any salt to this. 20 minutes in a preheated oven and dinner is done. Huh. Fun facts. I got a lot of fun facts. Fun facts. I think this recipe is wonderfully versatile because you can switch out your protein sources. You could even switch out your flavor profile. Obviously, we're going for kind of a Tex-Mex flavor with the onion, the garlic, the chipotle. Chipotle really is a smoked pepper, so that it gives it a kind of a earthy flavor to it. I also like smoked paprika. There's also the plain paprika, but I just like that undertone of the smokiness in this flavor. Also, there's a difference between the Mexican oregano and regular oregano that perhaps you would use in Italian dishes. Mexican oregano has a more intense herbal undertone. And of course, our friend cumin here. Cumin is what makes chili chili, but it's a very international seasoning as well. I alternate between cumin seeds, which you can toast yourself on the stove, or we have the finely ground cumin powder, which has a more mild flavor. Cumin seeds have a good punch, so you could use one, both. Also, I am making 2 separate batches. I didn't have a 9x13 because I have people in my house who do not like cilantro. I like cilantro, so I'm making one with cilantro and one without to please everyone. And I will add the cilantro at the end on top. It's quasi done. It's done enough for the camera.